Blue is such a soothing song.
Yes. So I did notice in the video there, one of the too much, something didn't have the double O's in too much. It was TO. It was like close to the end, the second half of the video. Too much fun or something like that.
Too many ideas, I think.
Too many ideas, yeah.
There it is. Yeah, it's been like that this whole time, by the way. Every version of it. Not
I
once
just
has it
noticed.
Not once has it been caught before now, and I've been using the same one for over a year. I'm quite certain.
That's hilarious.
Oh. I'll have to extend that bubble. There we go. Like I have to make the bubble bigger. He probably sees somebody outside.
Must defend! Must defend!
So I'm just gonna delete that one out of the thingy and re-download this. It's not like it takes a really long time or anything.
Yeah.
And then I'll just replace the previous video file with this one in my downloads.
Nice.
So, how have you been today?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Sean went back to Comic-Con, so I have been left to my own devices for a while, and I was mostly talking with my BFF and working on I'm working on a potential rebrand for my Substack.
Oh.
I think I might rebrand at the end of 1 year of writing on Substack. So I'm trying to figure out what,
or at least give you the
new name will be. Oh, well, I want to rename it. Like, I want to do a total rebrand of the Substack. Especially since after a whole year of writing, I've kind of sort of found my groove of what I like to write. Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure it all out, and it's not easy. Let me share my screen real quick. Oh, yeah. That is not how I share my screen. This is how I share my screen. Okay.
Give me just a second. I have to swap the files.
That's fine. It's going to take me a while to find. Aha. So I've been trying to come up with a new name. So I've been writing down all the keywords that relate to everything I write and things like that. And so I have just so many words. Can you see?
I love the freedom from the patriarchy.
Ah, yes. Freedom from the patriarchy. I don't know how I'm going to fit that in, but yeah. I also liked Sun-Kissed Feminist because I was like, oh, yes, I'm in California. But I'm like, but I might not be in California forever, so that wouldn't work all the time.
Well, that just means you like to go outside. Yeah. I don't know. I just realized that as the creator of this spreadsheet, I can add my own pop-up stream whenever I want. I might not catch other people's, but I'll catch my own, I hope. That's why I don't do it through. Hold on. Mm-hmm. I always use Firefox. So I open Firefox because I'm logged in Coffee Bunny on YouTube there. So, and that's why I'm subscribed to everybody. So I don't get, because I hit notify me when I've added a stream to the spreadsheet. That way, if I see it has a notify me button and not the notification on button, I know I have to add it. Mm. But then my personal one that's also connected to my phone doesn't get a shit ton of notifications.
Oh, man.
But something about Chrome, whenever I try to... Hold on. whenever I try to copy and paste, like the channel name, for some reason in Chrome, it'll copy the black background because I have it on dark.
That's weird.
It's not supposed to do that, but if I do it from copy it from Firefox, it doesn't do that.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I have no idea why it does that. Let's throw myself. Well, while I'm in here, I should probably look at some other streams, see if anybody else has any streams out of it. Maybe be nice. You're on the spreadsheet already. You're on the spreadsheet already. You're not. Well, I mean, you're on the
Gosh, let's start barking.
They're just not added for today. You're on the spreadsheet. So I figure, by the way, we're gonna do I think when I'm over on YouTube, I'm just gonna stick to 25-minute straight sprints. Just because then it's just cut one thing. Yeah. Whereas on Twitch, we're chaotic even more than usual.
Yeah.
For some reason, I have more. Okay, I'm chaotic here in general. Okay, I'm just in general. But I bring the chaos to the sprints over there.
Yeah.
Whereas if I ever stop using Twitch, I'll probably have like a set stream. Like this one's actually structured, whereas the rest are chaos. Yeah. Because I stream so rarely on YouTube, and people are so used to having an actual semi-structure over here, or consistent sprint lengths.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, I'll be nice. No magical 75-minute sprint just thrown in there.
I appreciate that because I do not have the mental stamina for that. Hi, Eva.
Hi, Eva. Also, over here, I generally have a set start and end time. Like when I stream over here, I generally am like, I'm going to end at or around this time, depending on when the sprint ends. Oh, I love when that happens. But welcome. So, yeah. I bought some new crochet hooks. Ooh. These are the ones. So Glory recommended these ones to me because they have. Let me grab the bigger one so it's easier to see. So right here.
They have the sharp hook, yeah.
Yeah, it has the sharper, and then it actually like goes in a little bit better. Let me grab before we start the sprint. Let me show. Like that is way more curvy on this one. Also, this one has the grippy. It has a nice silicone grip, so I can have a loose thing. I could actually compare it with the same size because I bought the same size. Okay, so there. Let's look at them. They're the same size.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely see the difference.
So I haven't used them yet. I literally, at the start of the stream, I was taking the packaging off. So hopefully it'll help me.
Eva would like to know what we're working on. The fam is going to a night swim event at the water center. She is not going, but the house will be quiet. Fighting fatigue to make it a writing evening. We'll see which wins.
Well, don't push yourself.
Yeah.
Don't push yourself.
Rest if you need it. I am working on a rebranding for my Substack, potentially, if I can come up with a better name than what I have now. And
I do enjoy your name, Essays on the Outskirts.
Yeah, it's just not. Name. It's a little much of a mouthful to like. I'd like something shorter and a little punchier, but I I can't think of any good ones at the top of the moment. Glory was thinking he liked just shorten it to the outskirts, but there's something just not quite what I want. So I'm trying to think of something better, but if I can't think of anything better, it's probably going to end up being shortened to the outskirts. Princess, would you cut it out? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah, you're being a nuisance. Yeah, you're being a nuisance. Hey, would you stop staring at the door and focus on me because I'm talking to you? Dog. Yes, good girl. Yeah, focus on me. No, not on the door. Ugh.
But he's not home.
So yesterday she was like at the door for a good like 2 hours waiting for Sean to come back. And of course he didn't because he was at Comic-Con all day. So, but she was just the saddest little puppy. She was like, but he's going to be back soon, right? Right?
Oh.
But now she's like, he left. So now I'm just going to bark at everything. Princess, seriously.
Well, since she's going off, so we're gonna start the first sprinty sprint. Let me. We want this view. I'm kind of framed by my bats. Actually, it's a great time here. If I put my head right here and right between their wings. Okay. So we're gonna start our first sprinty sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sprint.
Ta-da!
Oh. Why didn't I hear that? Oh, it's because I have the page muted. So I didn't hear it, but you heard it. So if you have a tab muted on YouTube and you share your screen, but you don't have the video muted, your audience can hear it, but you cannot.
Oh, weird.
So I was like, but I have the volume on. No, it's because I had YouTube itself muted for me. So I just got confused when you started talking. I was like, what? Hello, Jess. Welcome. I updated the spreadsheet.
Nice.
And then I updated something else. Don't remember what. I gave each of the guinea pigs a large piece of lettuce so they'd shut up about their evening lettuce. There's another thing I did, but I don't remember what. Oh, I did self-promo.
Nice.
I did that.
That reminds me, I have to, because Spence posted yesterday the latest thing, which means it's your turn next. Which means I have to start I have to do the advertising stuff of it before you finish your piece.
I completely forgot about it because every time it's been my turn, it's done right before the day I have to go to work.
Oh yeah.
So like I have Thursdays off.
Yeah.
So it was done on Thursday. But I had work 10 to 5 today and then I close tomorrow. So I don't know. It will at least be done by Sunday when I go to bed. So it might be a little bit longer than 48 hours. So I apologize.
You know, the last two people have had longer than 48 hours, so I think it would be unfair if I didn't give you more than 48 hours too. So, what is your favorite type of jacket? I like sweaters. Specifically, this sweater. This is my favorite sweater. My San Diego, California sweater. Nice. It's nice and comfy. And I kind of have been using it as a pillow because it's been too warm to wear.
I mean, hey.
No, it's too warm to put it on. It is way too warm for that. I would fry very quickly.
Yeah, because it's way warmer.
I mean, it's supposed to be it's 75 degrees out right now, so yeah, it's not that warm, but no. Too warm for a sweater, definitely, yeah.
It's way too warm for a sweater.
Yeah. How about no?
Yeah. Okay, that tab is still muted. I'm trying to figure out which tabs I have muted and which ones I don't. To be like, is the whole tab muted or is the little video muted? Which one is it?
I don't ever bother muting any of my tabs. I just will either mute everything or like nothing.
So I like to keep streams running to give somebody a view time, even though I will also have something else watching. So I just mute YouTube because I'm generally watching it on like Amazon Prime or whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense. I do enjoy puffy jackets. Puffy jackets are fun. I like feeling like a penguin.
I don't.
I don't think I would like it if I had to like live in somewhere where it was cold enough to wear the puffy jackets all the time. I think that would get annoying after a while.
There are many months
like,
where we wear winter coats.
Yeah, see, I'm not used to that. So, short term use, it would be
Yeah,
fine.
no. If you went on a
Long-term
vacation,
use
you'd be
would
like, yeah,
be
this is fine. Whereas I'm just like, oh, hell no. I get
Yeah,
tired of
if
the
I
coat
was
when I
like
wear
on
it.
vacation, I would just walk around and be like, "Look, I'm a penguin," and just whoo.
Whereas mine is more for functionality and I need to be able to hustle. Because I walk everywhere.
Yeah.
I have no idea where any of my jackets are. That's not happening. Sorry, but that's not happening. I have no clue where any of them are. I just moved. So they're like probably in a pile somewhere. I don't need them right now.
Yeah.
So I haven't dug them out yet. Though I did just buy that it's on wheels too, by the way. One of those clothing rack thingies that you can put together and it's on wheels so you can hang stuff. Because I don't have anywhere to hang stuff down here. And I need to be able to, like, when I do find my coats and stuff,
Mhm.
I need to be able to hang them. And my dresses. I have a couple of dresses that need to be hung, but I can't hang them because I don't hang anything. Closets are non-existent in the basement. A cardigan.
They're okay. They're not my favorite.
It depends. Also, texture's a thing.
Yes, texture. It has to be soft. It can't be itchy.
So often cardigans are not a texture I like.
Mm.
That's normally what turns me off to like cardigans and stuff is because of their texture. I'm like, aw, I could never wear you. You look cute. But I can wear you for about 5 minutes max.
Yeah.
Random
Long
question.
enough to like.
What is
take
the
a
interest
picture.
in jackets?
Yeah, what is the interest in jackets? Explain your interest.
No. So cardigan is a very specific form of sweater. I worked in a fashions department, so I had to learn certain things about clothing because of like people would be like, I need this. I'm like, what the hell is that? Let me go look. Is this a cardigan? No, that's this. I'm like, okay. So most cardigans do not have hoods.
Mm.
And there's also something about the sleeves, I think, about them as well. I don't remember, but they do not have a zipper and they tend to not have buttons because if it has buttons, it's technically a sweater.
A cardigan is, according to the dictionary, a knitted jumper or sweater with a fastening down the front.
Oh, maybe it does fasten. Maybe I'm mixing it and one of the other ones up. Because most of the time, cardigans don't have a fastening in the front.
Here's the Merriam-Webster definition. Where'd it go? Oh, come on. Usually collarless sweater or jacket that opens the full length of the center front.
Okay.
Learning something new today.
But again, why the interest?
Yeah.
I'm curious why the interest. Did I put those in there? I did. Okay. I love that I'm just like, wait, I just had a thought. Did I finish putting those things in that one bag? Yes, I did. Don't forget. ADHD brain. I count money, okay, today, because I was main cashier until the next person came in, and to start with, when I went to start my drawer, because they let me count it in, I had to count that 3 times, and I use a machine to count it.
Oh, wow.
Like, it literally weighs it, but every time it was wrong. Like, all 3 times I did it, it came out different.
Oh, weird.
The 3rd time, it finally got close enough to the, like, base drawer amount that I was like, we're going with this one!
Wow.
It was really weird. And then, like, when I had to count, like, and then, like, as I was doing transactions and stuff, like, I'm like, I don't want to. I don't mind counting money, but coins! My fingers don't want to work for the coins.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. Okay. What am I going to do during the next sprint?
Work on the story?
No. Because I have a list of things I have to do tonight before I go to bed. Like, one of them is cook and eat.
Yes. Food is important. Nourish the brain.
Because I did go to work. I got out of work at 5 o'clock, so.
It's only 3:50 here.
Yeah, it's almost 7 here.
Time. Such a weird thing.
Time's wild. All right. Shall we do the next sprint?
Sure.
Oh. Okay. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sprint. Let me click all the buttons. Alrighty. That sprinty sprint is over. I made a steak and ate the steak.
Nice.
And then I ate one of the big cups, Reese's cups.
Ooh, yummy. I took the dogs, I fed the dogs, then took them outside where they barked, well, where Princess barked at another dog so loud it echoed throughout the apartment complex. And I was like, this dog is gonna like make me gonna have to move away from here in shame. And then I came back to the apartment. There were 7 minutes left, and so I went and got myself a beverage, and then I came back here and I was trying to come up with more words to add to my keyword list so I can come up with better titles.
Interesting. Well, good job. You achieved all the things. You're still awake, Eva. Don't know what you're talking about. That's an achievement.
And you cleaned out the mosquito paradise.
Yeah. Even if it was during our talk time, you did that. Okay. That definitely deserved a break.
Yeah.
During the sprint. So. Oh, yeah. You forgot about that already. You were just like, erase. Disgusting, erase. So, I have a document open. It's for fan fiction. Because I haven't written fanfic in a while, and if anyone that knows me, fanfiction is a form of self-care.
Yeah.
Not just reading it, but writing it is even more of a form of self-care because I don't really have to develop it.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I have to develop this particular story, but these characters already exist, y'all.
Yeah.
They don't belong to me. I'm just borrowing them. Sometimes those are super easy. And sometimes for me, it's harder than algebra.
Yeah.
Because, like, how can you convey how you're seeing the world? Mm-hmm. Because, let's be honest, we all see it differently.
Yeah.
There might be similarities, but we all see it differently.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, that's why it's so much harder for me. Eva.
Eva says, focus, explain over persuade.
I need to figure out where I'm going to put this. There's, like, it's literally just out of shot if, like, I have a 2-step pile going on. Of, like, puzzles and, like, I think that's just an empty box now. And empty water bottles, apparently. These crochet books I just bought. I got colored pencils. I think that's a planner. So Oh, I still have this banner going. Well, that can stop.
No more telling us what you think. No, that's not allowed.
Well, that one said, well, specifically because that one said sprint too. I was like, we're not on the sprint right now.
Yeah.
And we will be going into sprint. Sorry.
Yes.
So. Every time my stepdad, specifically my stepdad, comes down the stairs, all three of them, but particularly Giz, go off. And it's like, he's not going to give you lettuce. I told him you were not allowed it. You've already had it. I gave it to them during the first sprint. This is why I so often give it to them later, like even like right before I go to bed. Because then if anybody, most of the time everybody else has already gone to bed by the time I go to bed. Or they're not going to come downstairs.
Yeah.
But just in case, they won't go off then. Yes, they have zero cares for my rules. Giz, particularly, if he could have lettuce all day, every day, he'd be happy. Paris, if you give her too much food, she yells at you. She's like, what are you doing? I cannot eat this much food. Or if you just give her just enough for her to eat some and then take a short nap and then eat some, she'll be happy. But if you give her more than that, she's not happy. She's very particular.
That's hilarious.
They're very... My sister called them judgmental. They know what they want. She specifically called my girls judgmental. Not Giz. Giz will accept anything all the time. The girls are like, excuse you, what are you doing?
We have a system. We'd like you to keep to it.
We have a schedule. Like, when I had them and I was at the trailer, they knew when it was 10 o'clock. Kind of like how your dogs know when it's 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
I think 7 o'clock my time.
It's like 4:30 my time.
Yeah.
Is when I feed them.
But like the girls knew when it was 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. because that's when I fed them. I would feed them at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. Like clockwork every day.
Yeah.
So they knew. And that's when they would go off. Like occasionally they'd like yip at you if you walked by and they're like, what are you doing? Who are you? But then they're like, oh, it's just you. And then they'd go about their business. They were a personal alarm system. That's what they are. All right. We've got 20 minutes. That'll take us to 45. So that'll take us to 50. So we'll have 10 minutes before 8 if we start the last sprint. Eva.
Okay.
Do whatever you want to do. Game. Do all the gaming.
Yes, have fun, relax. I'm trying to be better at that. But I'm going to work on trying to come up with new titles for businesses or in particular a Substack. That's just the keyword I use when I search online for ideas.
That's hilarious. I mean, in a way, it's technically a business.
Yeah, and if you try to ask for like newsletter like title ideas, oh the answers are terrible. They're so
Mm.
bad. So I've learned to avoid those.
Have you looked up magazine ones?
Ooh, that's a good idea. I really like using the name generators. Magazine
So,
and newspaper name generator. Cool.
and or Eva suggested blog titles, or are those also bad?
That is hit or miss. It's really difficult to find good like titles that work for a newsletter like mine in particular.
Yeah, or journal titles.
Yes. Good idea. Good idea.
Because if you look up like magazine title, it's going to be different than a journal title. And when I say
Yeah.
journal, I mean kind of like the academic journal,
Yeah.
like how they have their titles.
Mm-hmm. Cool. This will be
Just some suggestions for what to look up. I can't give you any words, but I can give you like things to use.
Yeah, I will take anything at this
To
point.
filter your search.
Yeah.
Yeah, filter your search. There are terms to filter it through. It's very white. Is there a dark mode for that? Because I don't like that. Oh, turn on night mode. Oh yes, make that permanent. Thank you. The white was just too much. The white of StreamYard is almost too much, but it is thankfully broken up by us. And
Yeah.
then the text.
The little and the blue boxes.
Yeah, like it has enough little thingies in it. It breaks it up. Whereas the word processor, just blank white because it's a new chapter, so it's just white.
Yeah.
And even on a page, it's not good enough.
Ooh, woke is another word that I have not included in my list of words. Woke. There we go.
Your article/essays vary a bit, but the central component seems to be humanitarianism. Do you have that word?
No, I do. I'm writing that down.
I'm going to say I assume you have this word. But ableism. Or
Yeah, definitely.
ableism. Whatever that word. Whatever the
It's
term is for the
ableism?
one. Yeah.
Yeah. You had it right the first time. I'm gonna have to go grab my water.
Any isms?
Any isms, yeah.
For some reason that brought into my mind. So I don't know how much or if any of the Vampire Diaries people have seen, but there is a scene in the Vampire Diaries season 4, I think, where Klaus has gotten a hold of Caroline's Miss Mystic application for the beauty pageant. And she found all of the words ending in spire. And used them in her application. It's like, ma'am. How have you found the lack of all of these words? Like, you found the lack of the amount of words ending in spire. Advocate is another word, potential.
Advocate.
All right, let's do our last sprint. So then it'll end just before. So we'll end at like 56, I think, because it's 31 right now. Last sprint. Do I have a banner for last sprinty sprint? This is the last sprint. There we go. The very long thing. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sprint. Beep, 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 beep.
Clickety, clickety, click, click.
That was the last sprint. Thank you again. I know I said it in the chat, but you probably can't hear because you're probably muted already. But thank you, Andy, for stopping by. So, this fanfic idea, right? Yeah, I'm sure Megan has heard about it before. I probably talked about it on a stream before. It's the idea where Caroline goes back in time to kind of like fix things so that like the collapse of the other side doesn't happen. They don't bring about literal hell on earth. Like the devil actually showed up in this. Like a weird version of the devil. Also in Legacies, there were some gods with really white guy names. Ken. The top god was Ken.
Wow.
Yeah. Some white people names, okay? Some white people shit. So, but I messaged my old coworker, he's my friend. I was like, so I have like 6 starting points for where she could arrive. So like right before the series starts, the hospital after Catherine has killed her, because if anybody doesn't know, Catherine smothers her with a pillow to turn her into a vampire because she has Damon's blood in her already to heal her. 3 is before she has killed her, but after or before Damon has healed. Like there's about like it could go either way. Also, if it's before Damon has healed her, she's really iffy in her health wise because she was in an accident. She was in a really bad car accident right before. Like that's why he healed her with his blood. So that's option 3. Option 4 is during season 3, which is after Tyler has bit her, but before Klaus has healed her. Option 5 is after Klaus has healed her. And then there's option 6, which I thought about after I sent the message, so I had to add it. And I was like, also, senior prank night is a fun one. Because in the season, senior prank night episode, her neck gets snapped at one point. So she's essentially like she's unconscious / dead for a few minutes until her neck heals. So what if in that time, while her neck is snapped, that's when she travels back in time and wakes up in that situation? It's like you snapped my neck and now I have a whole new personality. That would just throw everyone for a loop of like, what just happened? You literally had your neck snapped. But there are so many possibilities. Because I want it to be before season 4. That is a for sure before that thing. Situation. But there are so many possibilities. Also, if you throw in the fact that I also want Lizzie, Josie, and Hope to travel through time with her, because they're making it so that at least Hope is not born in that timeline. But they couldn't, like, Caroline and, like, the witches who sent her through time, they were all just like, we're attached and we don't want them, like, dead. We care about these children. Like, we helped raise them situation.
Yeah.
So they found a loophole in that they could send their older selves that existed. They're basically an anomaly in the timeline at that point. They just kind of exist and they can affect it from that point forward, but they're not.
Yeah.
It's an anomaly that just go with it, okay? Loophole. So that certain things don't happen that happened in the first timeline. But also, Hope has the ability to heal a werewolf bite. So if it happens before Klaus heals her, he could show up and be like, how are you healed already? What just happened? So yeah, I'm trying to figure out and decide 100% where I want to start.
At the beginning.
Because I really could do it like way from the beginning, but then like the drama hasn't, like the stuff in the show hasn't started yet then. If that makes
Gotcha.
sense.
Yeah.
Because, like, essentially, so a lot of the thing, like, one of their goals is, like, they're going to travel to Nova Scotia from Virginia, by the way. They're going to go to Nova Scotia, an abandoned island in Nova Scotia, to kill an immortal. But they can't kill him and allow his power to go to the other side because it caused an imbalance on the other side. So they have to transfer his powers to somewhere else. Hint, hint, it's going to be Caroline. Because Caroline has no idea. But her daughters know this because they were told to do this by Bonnie and the other witches. Because they're like, we need someone who won't take advantage of those powers. If she takes advantage of it, it's going to be in the version of like, oh, you're telling me I can make this party absolutely how I want it by literally controlling the people and not just yelling at them? Like, that's kind of what she would do. Situation. Versus other people would literally just take advantage of it and become an evil dude. Yeah. Kind of like Silas used it to mass kill a bunch of people. Or use them as his slaves to find people. So yeah.
You say all these names and I'm like, I don't know any of
them. I have
them.
no clue what's happening, but I'll go with it.
Exactly.
You're like, I just support it.
Exactly. Oh, these children outside are screaming like they're being murdered practically. How do they hit such high notes without hurting their voice so much?
Right? Children are wild.
They're like little squeak toys.
Oh, sorry. What did you do during that?
I was fighting off sleep. Like I had found this website that has 690 plus feminist blog names, and most of them are terrible. Some of them are like already names of famous blogs, so I don't know why they're on there. Oh goodness gracious. So I was trying to stay awake and scroll at the same time. My eyes were closed for most of it. Yeah, I woke up kind of early this morning. Not too early, but earlier than I have been for the past, oh my goodness, for the past like week or so. So,
yeah. I'm also texting Charlie this list. To see what Charlie's opinion is, because Charlie knows exactly what I'm talking. I've also gone off about this fanfic several times, so you know. But it's 8:05. We should end. Well, not 8:05 for you.
It's 5:05.
Yeah,
for me.
So we should end the stream. In the description down below is a link to the other tubers and writing playlist spreadsheet. I try to update it every day, but please note I am the primary person updating it, and I am one person, and I have to manually enter all of that information. I have not started August in the spreadsheet yet. I'm hoping to do that Monday. In case anybody wanted to know that. What else? I got nothing.
We've got the
check out Megan's
Substack.
check out Megan's Substack.
And check out Cat Substack. Because we're doing a collaboration project on Substack Notes. And Kat is the next person in line. So follow all of
interesting me, Charlie. Give me an option. They sent me the gif of interesting. Charlie, give me an answer. Give me a vote. So yeah, check out Megan's Substack. Check out my Substack. On my Substack, weekly on Mondays, chapters should be appearing of Shadow. That should book 1 should all be up by mid-December, I believe. So hopefully in January, my book will be launching as a proper book at that time. Just because I don't want to launch my book like the week before Christmas. It's not Christmas related at all. In fact, there's murder. There's no Christmas trees whatsoever. It's like July, I think. July or August in the book. So no Christmas. Also, potentially in July, Blood Rain will start to appear on Substack. So it will be potentially there as well, chapter by chapter. So yeah, check those things out. Also, check out Megan's, not just for the notes thing, but also just her essays and articles in general, because when I actually read them, they're very interesting. I'll be honest, I don't read them all.
This next one, well, it depends on if I stick with this topic or not. This next one should be interesting, I think, hopefully.
Is it about the shoe?
Well, actually, I was going to write about that, but then I got obsessed with the book that I've been reading, so it might be about that too. I don't know. We'll see what happens when Thursday arrives.
Okay, or not the week after can be about the shoe.
Yeah. Or I
because
might
then you'll have had his full journey and you'll know if he was ostracized.
Yes, yeah.
By the end of the weekend.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about him being ostracized today, so
that's good. I wonder if they fix the escalator.
I'm gonna ask definitely when he gets home, because I'm curious.
Oh, I forgot I deleted that video clip and then never uploaded it. Upload that, please. I meant to do that during the first sprint, and then I didn't. But that's not the clip we need, and I have the clip we need, because I actually have a thanks for watching clip over here on YouTube.
Woo!
So bye.